What's good, my peeps? It's your Knuckle Big Rucker back at you again with another action figure review. This time courtesy of Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Retro Series. This is Marvel's Beast. Yes, indeed, Blue Beast. And this is a reissue of the Beast that we've gotten previously. But this time we've got a neutral head. In fact, as you see in packaging, it comes with the neutral head. We get that same raging head that we had gotten before. Got the hands that we had gotten before. Got a couple of experimental flasks and vials, and of course we have a soft goods laboratory coat. So yeah, they gave us all of that. And yeah, everybody is pretty excited for this. And I may as well take this time out to say, if you're excited for one and you're looking for one, hit up Chaotic Entertainment and Toy Shop. I've got the link below. Hit it up and you can get your own Beast and a few other things that's there at that store. So yeah, enough of that hard sell. It's time to see what's the what with our packaging. You see we've got the retro style packaging. Look at the back there. And you have the sketch of the Beast, and it's shown with the lab coat. And then you've got the digital render of the figure with his glasses and the vials and flasks right there. And there is, of course, a readout. Dr. Henry McCoy, the gentle giant of the X-Men, uses his mutant physicality and genius mind for the betterment of humans and mutants alike. And so there you have it. You already see that I've got him out of packaging. Gotta have two when it comes to these retro style. One to keep on card and one to unleash the Beast, as I've already done. So without further ado, let's get this party started. So here we have Henry Hank McCoy, aka the Beast, on a rotating platter. You see him going around. You get the 360-degree visual of the Beast with his soft goods laboratory coat. And at first glance, it's for a lot of people, this is definitely a welcome sight. The most thing welcome outside of the soft goods is the neutral head sculpt. It's amazing how people for this figure clamored for a neutral head sculpt, but that's because of the personality of the Beast, that he's not some rager, you know what I'm saying? So they even would like for him to have had a smiling one like the Gray Beast had, and but applied it to this. The Gray Beast had a smiling head sculpt, but it was inaccurate because that Beast never smiled. That was when he first became the Beast. He was gray. But be that as it may, that's what we had gotten. But we really wanted to have a neutral head sculpt, and we've gotten that now. So we'll take a closer look at the Beast with the this neutral head sculpt and the soft goods lab coat when we get him off of the platter. But before we do that, I want you guys to go down below and hit the like button. And while you're down there, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Help support the channel. And while you guys are doing that, and while the Beast is getting dizzy, we will go over the accessories. First of which we'll go over is the additional head sculpt. This is the additional head sculpt, but this was the primary and only head sculpt that we got with the first iteration of the Blue Beast. That was from the Caliban Wave. Basically the same exact head sculpt, raging, pupilless eyes, got the the mouth open and what have you. Next we get an additional set of hands. The right hand is a grasping hand. The left one is straight up flat. And if anybody recalls from the Caliban Wave Beast, this was a welcome addition because it enabled us to get him to do a one handstand, which was the challenge Hasbro had, because with the Toy Biz version of the Beast you were able to perform a one hand stand. Beast also comes with a set of binoculars, not binoculars, spectacles, glasses. He came with glasses. The gray version, which was also on a retro card, came with the same shades as well. And finally, Beast comes with these two laboratory flasks or vials or whatever they're called. And you see they've got, they're clear, but they've got, one has, the round one has green to represent a green liquid, and the triangular one has a, we'll call it mauve, kind of a pinkish purple, and it has a writing on it X gene, number 6. So Hank is doing some crazy experimentation. Here we have the Beast up close and personal, and I could tell you right now, we wanted a neutral scope, but this is looking pretty grim. He looks, I don't know, it's wild because in comparison with the we'll call it the Raging Head sculpt, he seems to be angrier with this neutral one to me. What do you guys think? I mean, he kind of looks pissed. You know, that I'm not saying it. That bristling anger. Where you just don't say anything, but you're just steaming. I can almost see some steam coming from the top of his head right now. But no, seriously, this is a pretty good head sculpt. It's what we wanted the first go round. We got it this time, so I'm pretty happy. Blue, you got the hair is darker, and you got the two fangs. Eyes are still pupilless, so that's pretty cool. And then of course we've got the soft goods coat. We'll check out this lab coat right now. It actually has a pocket. It looks like, and it is a serviceable pocket, so you could put things in there. If you could find a pocket protector that you could probably slide in there. You know what I'm saying? One of those nerd packs with all the pens, and see, it's nice and long. Beast is a pretty wide character, so if you're thinking about using this lab coat with another character that's a big brain, a scientist, it's not going to work. This is too wide for them. It's almost too wide for the Beast, but it's still looks pretty good. It's all white. Be careful because it is all white, so easily it can easily get dirty. You got nothing in the back there, and just. I could open them up, but it's better if I just remove the coat so we could see the Beast just as the figure itself. So now I've got the Beast out of his lab coat. Pretty easy to take off. You might want to consider removing that left hand, since he does have big hands. When you're trying to remove the lab coat, it'll come off. You just have to work it, but it's easier if you take that hand off. The fist is no problem. It'll slide right off of the fist, and I'm assuming that grasping hand, which is also on the right side, but definitely for the left hands, both of them, this one that you see there and the flat one, I would suggest taking the hand off when removing the lab coat, if you're going to remove the lab coat. Anyhow, looking at our Beast, you see that he's molded in that blue. He has some dry brush, a wash right there at the center of his chest there. The chest hairs are a little bit darker than the rest of him. The same could be said for the hair, the fur, if you will, on his shoulders. You see that they're a darker blue, and that's really about the size of it. Of course, he's got the belt, which is loose, floating, yellow, molded in yellow, and the X is black. The perimeter, I've got a little paint imperfection on the top of mine, some yellow bleed over. It's either a spray, or actually what it is the whole thing is yellow and they painted this black, so that got missed. I might have to put a dab. It looks like I can get away with probably just like a Sharpie or something to dab that out. But yeah, and there's a little sloppiness with my X there. I see some of the yellow having bled through, and you see the background is red. The shorts is they're blue, and that's a mold right there, because that's a separate joint. It's molded in that blue, as well as the hips, that same color blue, and then of course it becomes the standard Beast colored blue, and then you get nothing else in terms of a wash, dry brush, or anything else. Not even on the tufts of fur on his calves there. His toes painted, the nails painted white, so that's pretty cool. And as you would expect, you're not going to really get too much on the back. Just see the musculature, and that's about it. So that's what you're going to get with our bombastic beast as far as his articulation goes. His head is on a ball hinge. He can look up that far, look down that far. If you guys remember, he's got some great articulation. His head can, of course, rotate 360. You get some attitude there, which is cool. He's got butterfly joints, which is cool, and they're pretty good. Look how far back you can draw his arms, and they'll go forward pretty well. You can get him hunched over, almost ape style. He can lift his shoulders up to about 90. You can rotate him 360. He's got the bicep swivel. He's got double jointed elbows. This is, from the original beast is just a reissue, so of course they're pinned. He has the swivel at the wrist and horizontal hinges, and that's on all of his hands. You see it on the right side too. As far as torso is concerned, he's got a diaphragm where he can go forward. I'm trying to do this separate, but he can go forward a bit. He can go back, and then there's a secondary joint where he can go forward even more, so he can bend over like that, and the same goes for leaning back. You can get side-to-side action as well as rotation, and that's about the size of it there. His legs, he can do the splits that much. He can, I believe, he gets drop down. I could be wrong about that. I thought that he had a drop down before. Oh well. If he does, mine says they're not dropping down. I thought he had drop down legs, but he does have the thigh rotation. You hear the snapping there. Double jointed knees, as you can see there. He can point his toe that far forward pretty well, up that much, and he does have toe articulation, as you can see right there, and peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Taking a measurement of our beast, we're looking at to the top of the points of his hair. He's standing right at 7 inches tall. And now comparing our two beasts that have come out, we've got on our left the Retro Series beast, and on the right the Caliban Wave beast, the original blue furred beast. And as I was saying before, we really wanted to have a neutral head sculpt, and as you can see, I've got a custom neutral head sculpt courtesy of Beltran Brothers. Shout out to them for their excellent work. As you can see, they have the colors matched up. The blues are near perfect, and the shading is just great on the custom. But we're not here to talk about the customs. We're here to talk about the differences between the Caliban beast and the Retro Series beast. So of course you can see that you have, as I turn profile, you can see the differences in the coloring of the tufts of fur on the shoulders, and there's no wash on our Retro, but the Caliban Wave, you can see that they're darker on the hands and on the forearms, as well as on the calves and even on the foot. So you've got that. Turning to the back, you can see the differences right there. The back, the whole back piece right there, you could see that it's darker, and yeah, they gave it the shading. The other difference is where the Retro beast is lacking the shading, it excels in having the painted toes, whereas the Caliban version, the toes were not painted, nor the fingers, as you could see, the claws on the fingers. So I guess this is a case of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. And here we have the previous Retro Series beast, the Gray Beast, and sporting the Raging head sculpt. I should have dug out the smiling one so you guys could see that, but you get the idea. He wasn't even supposed to. He shouldn't have come with a smiling head sculpt, because when he was in this gray version, he wasn't a happy camper at all. Here's Dr. Penn with his lab coat back on, and he's got his glasses on, looking very professor-like, and holding his X-Gene flask, or whatever these laboratory jars are supposed to be called. Here we have the Beast doing his balancing act with that flat open hand, that left hand. And finally, here we've got Dr. McCoy in a crouching pose, ready to strike. As you can see, I've got the raging head on. So to sum it all up, the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Retro Series Beast is definitely a welcome addition to anyone who's been looking for a Beast. If they missed out on the Caliban wave and they get some extras, they get this neutral head sculpt, glasses, these beakers, and it took all the way to the end of this review for me to remember the word. These are beakers, not flasks or vials. They're beakers, which is an excellent touch there. He's got the glasses. The problem with the glasses is that there's no real way to get them on his head sitting properly. You have to just find a right spot, a sweet spot, so to speak, because the handles can't go behind the ears, because the ears are part of the head sculpt and the nose isn't big enough for them to rest on. So it is what it is. The lab coat is pretty nice. Once again, you got to be careful. You don't want to, you'll get it dirty. So because it is white, but it's a very nice touch. It comes with that neutral head sculpt is definitely the draw for people that have had the first Blue Beast, the Caliban Wave Beast. He does come with the raging, screaming head and an additional pair of hands, including a flat hand, that when you work at it, you can get him to do a handstand with it. So yeah, pretty nice addition. So we're going to end it right there. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below, and if you need to be notified when I upload another video, hit that notification bell and you will be notified. On behalf of Dr. Henry Hank McCoy, aka the Beast, I am the Rock Nest Monster, leaving you with this. Remember, the hunt continues, and I'm out. Peace.